Alright, so I had a long thought about the floor. And what I decided to do is do multiple patch. I know it's gonna be harder to weld and keep everything flat, but it's gonna be much easier to bend and make sure that everything fits. So I'm gonna start with the big part, the part that needs a bend, that basically on the tunnel, and I'm gonna work from this, and then once this is done, I'm gonna start piecing together the other one. So I cut my sheet in two because it's much easier to work that way. And oh, let's go. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty nice. That's money right there. The light is crap, so sorry, but I mean, still, it's gonna work perfectly. So for $80, yeah, worth it. Now, what I think I'm gonna do is, I don't have Clico, so I can't, I kind of want to screw it on it, paint over it, just to know where I need to cut, and then remove it, cut it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm not gonna cut my ass on that. All right, so. Wait a second. That way. Move you. How am I gonna see what I'm doing? Well, I'm not sure what is that line, but it's caked and all kind of shit. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty safe to cut. I mean, safe-ish. I just need to be very careful. Very, very careful. I did not cut it. That's perfect. Now, what is hot? Hot. That hot. I wonder why. I just cut it. Idiot. Well, that frame is clean. It's very clean. All right, so next morning, last night I think when I left I was still working on fixing the part, making sure that it fits well, and well, I think I did a pretty good job. I also welded a little ring to for my ground, since, well, I'm not sure how well Russ is with ground, so figured I may as well just get that done. So that's the first part. My goal today is, well, welding this. I mean, unless I have big issue, it shouldn't be too long. And then I'm gonna fix this part. I couldn't sleep last night, so what I figured while lacking sleep, by the way, in case you didn't notice, there's a bow here, so I think the the rust didn't help the integrity of the car, but that's another problem. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is this part, then I'm gonna do this part, and I'm gonna make a little channel with my bender. I think I can do this pretty easily. So I think I'm either gonna be doing 3 part like this one up to here, and with a bend here. Well, maybe not even a bend. I mean, this one is not bent, so I don't know. And I'm gonna do this part with a little lip, and you know, try to do the channel for the cable. And yeah, and then, well, this part is kind of a little something that I can do. I think there's an old saying somewhere that says, when you're working with rust, remove more than you need. Because you're most likely gonna need to remove it anyway. This is thin like all hell, and there's no way in hell I can fix this, but I'm gonna have to, because I'm not removing this to make another panel. So that's how it's gonna have to work. You don't realize how heavy that car is until you're under it. Once you're there, you realize that, yeah, if it falls on me, I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, the path should have been at least an inch longer on each side, but I feel like even if I had it an inch, it would still be too thin. I mean, that floor should have been replaced completely. If it was a car that had replacement part, I would have done it, but would I? It's kind of expensive, but yeah, it's better than what I'm doing. I won't repeat what some says. It's not fixed, but it's better. It's different, yeah. Not sure if it's fixed, but it's different. Alright, so I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, let it cool down a little bit, and weld it again a little bit. I kind of hope. Okay, so yeah, it's looking fine. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's good enough, and good enough is good enough. I'm looking at the pedal though. That one's gonna be a pain. I'm not sure how I'm gonna tackle this. Gonna have to remove it. Oh, it's not gonna be hard to remove. It's holding on by like nothing. Oh, that is hot. Oh yeah, there's just a little bit of metal holding it. There we go. Huh. Oh, that's gonna be fun. How the hell am I gonna... I mean... Huh. Well, that's gonna be interesting. There's like... I don't know how to explain. I guess this was on the other side of the metal, but the metal is all gone, so... And it's not like I can replace this easily. I'm not even sure I want to try to remove it from the socket, because if I do and it breaks, yeah, I don't want to. So what could I do? That's gonna be interesting. Well, no, at least I see what I'm working with. I think... Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'll remove that bump and just make it flat. So I'll make one piece like this and one piece on the other side, and I'll just weld it together and put it there. And then for this, I'm gonna have to think. That's gonna be a hard part. This screw. And I know I'm gonna run out of battery soon, so I'm just gonna finish everything offline and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Because, well, I mean, it's welding, so, you know, it's just weld and weld and weld and... I mean, that's how it looks right now. I'm gonna open the door, let it vent a little bit because it's smoking here. Alright, so first part done. I mean, you know, just keep in mind that I started with this as the floors. Is it worst? Well, no. Is it better? Yeah. Is it perfect? Nope. I mean, look at that car. Does it has to be perfect? I mean, I'm not gonna repaint it. Look at that patina. There's no reason to go all in on that car. Well, yeah, there's a reason, because everyone always... No, I'm not gonna do it. So, I'm happy with what I did so far. I just need to do about 3 times what I just did again, and I'll be done. So now I'm just gonna let it vent a little bit, prepare my next part, and we'll see. So last night I felt like a dumb because I was watching one of Casey custom video and realized that the metal is not supposed to go in the crack. It's supposed to go there, and you bend like this. Makes sense? If I bend it like this, yeah, I tried to find a way to do all the bend on the brake, but I can't. I just can't figure out. I'm sure there's a way to do this bend. I mean, this one. I mean, can do easily these two, but the one there, I can't figure out. Not with the thickness of what I'm working for with. So. This stay as is, and this is here. So I'm gonna follow what I thought, which is replacing more than I feel like I need. So in a perfect world, let's stop like here. But I think I'm gonna go all the way to here. I may even do another part to replace this part as well, but I'm gonna start with this. Yeah, so I'm gonna weld this first. First thing first, welding this all around. Once that is done, I'm gonna cut all this, remove it, install this, and then I'll decide if I do another one for this. If it end up fitting very well, I think I'm gonna do it in multiple part. Otherwise, my idea was just to do something like this. I kind of want to keep this because since I have no ridge on this part, I feel like this is gonna give it a little bit of strength compared to just a flat piece. I think, I'm not sure. So I've used something that I had for ever. I've never really used. It's a spot weld cutter, I think. So basically what you need is to grind and find the spot weld and then cut around. Doesn't damage too much. Well, anyway. So there seems to be a lot of sealant here as well. I mean, a whole lot. It's cake in it. Wow. Right. So, of course, it's not perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. But I'm gonna do my best. I still think I may replace this part as well. But it's not gonna be my first objective. My first objective is really make everything solid, and once it's solid, I'll see what else I want to do. All right, so sometimes you're happy with what you're doing, sometimes you're not. So this was not fitting because it was too well, it wasn't sharp enough. So when I measured to make sure that the piece was the right dimension, when I tried to adjust this, I ended up pushing the metal back. So I was missing like half an inch. So instead of doing the part again, what I decided to do is just, well, weld another part. Why not? What I am kind of proud though is this piece, which should replace this. I use some tape. I'll show you when I do this part, but you know, you do some tape, you tape all this, you remove it, use it as a template, and so this is what's going there. From what I've seen, this look pretty solid. This is pretty flimsy. I think I'm gonna have to replace this because there's a hole and, well, it's pretty weak. So I'm gonna have to do another patch. I kind of hate doing multiple patch, but if I'm going to leave a hole, I may as well just repair it, you know? That's what I came up with. I know there's still a hole there, but I'm gonna ignore this one. I know that if I do another, I find another hole, and I'll end up replacing everything. So now, this is my neck project. And I feel like my brakes are leaking. I think. So, just what I think I'll do with this is I'll remove from this. I mean, this is gone, this is gone, this is rusty, but I'm not gonna go too far, so I feel like I would. Let me get the pen. I know I had one. Alright, so I feel like I could go like this, maybe like this. No, I need to go, and oh geez, oh well, that's gonna suck. Okay. So I'm gonna go all around like this. It's not gonna look like it is right now, that's for sure. I mean, there's no way I can do all these bends. What's behind this? Nothing. There's something behind this. Nope. Nope. So it's all hanging there. Well, I gotta do what I gotta do. Well, what I think I'm gonna do is that's gonna suck so much. Can I just... No, I really have to go higher, so it would be roughly there. The bend start here and it ends here. Okay. And the flat part is here too. I think I can get away with roughly this. Wait. What the fuck did I do? Nope. Okay, let's start over. Okay, so start, stop. Front. Nope. That's the start. That's the stop. That's the edge. Okay. that's really how far that I can go. So what I need to do is to do something like this to get to the bend. And then I would go like this. So this would be bent like this. And then I need to cut here. And then, so what I could do is bend this, cut it here, cut like this. So this would bend like this, and this would bend like this. Could this work? Well, let's try. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I have some, I'm pretty sure it's 20 gauge. So I think that's what I'm gonna use. It's gonna be easier to bend. And what I think, if it works, I could always do it like with the thickest I have, well, what I've been using since the start. And if it doesn't work, well, I don't care, because I had this like for 20 years. Now. Well, I didn't realize that the battery ran out. So I did this. Well, it's not finished, obviously, but... So if this works, I just need to build a little box there afterward. If it works. I might as well just put that there and figure a way to have the pedal work without having the little bump. That's the first thing I'm gonna try to figure out. So I need to cut this and see. I'm not even sure if I can weld this, since it's very thin metal. Since I'm using 0.03 wire and flux wire, I think it's not supposed to be able to weld 20 gauge. I'm gonna try, but I feel like I'm gonna go through the metal. How am I supposed to cut this now? Oh, with a battery maybe? Maybe I should remove the ump, or remove everything and work with this. Well, that's gonna suck. All right, so my attempt gave me a few ideas, I think. So what I came up with for a plan, I'm not entirely sure yet how I'm gonna do it, but pretty good idea. So so yeah, I'm calling it front floor done. It's not perfect, but once it's all clean, paint, seam sealed, what else? Covered in sound deadening and then by carpet, nobody will notice. And on the plus side, where's my on the plus side, my pedal's gonna work just fine, I think. How did I put it earlier? So, like this. Oh yeah. So like this. So just a few tack and it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna work just fine. Yep. So I'm calling this done, even if I just noticed that there's a hole there. There's a few holes. Maybe I'll just do another patch, little square there. Well, it's better than it was. And afterward, that one's a big one. It's a big one, but I think I'll do it in one single piece. I kind of wish I could do this, but I know that I can't with the tool that I have. So yeah, this one is pretty much cutting from there all the way. Yep. So what I did is finish this. So the front, the last part, the little hole that was left is now completely gone. The whole floor, front floor is done. Just don't look at that hole. I know there's rust there, but it's gonna be covered. And for now, I don't care. For now. So now that this is done, I won't start with this. This is the next big one. Well, there's still the other one, but it's not gonna be as bad. So I already started. I did this little part again over the weekend. What I decided to do differently from the front floor is just do weld like about every half an inch and do the whole thing and then finish it. Maybe to avoid some wrapping. I don't know if it's gonna work, but anyway. And the spot weld were so bad, they were just on the edge. So I didn't clean them very good. I left a little hole and I just filled the hole. And well, that's as good as it was from factory. Now this is a big part, a very big part, and I'm very scared of it. So what I think I'm gonna do is do it the whole thing in one go. So my taping shit didn't work at all. So I ended up cutting the whole thing and I'm gonna try to make a template out of this. Huh. Well, was it rusty? Yup, it sure was. So at least with this I'm gonna be able to figure out how much metal I need. Problem though, well, it's not really a problem. I think it's more of a solution, but there's one support. I kinda cut it, but not too bad. And yeah, I mean the floor, the frame is perfect. That car is in very good condition, considering. I guess I had the feeling this hole might be the whole problem, why it filled with water and it rusted. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to do something about this, and I'm definitely not gonna remove this. I'm just gonna yeah, I'm gonna do something not pretty. Now, this is gonna be fun. I kinda like doing that. I'm not good, but I like it. All right, so one side is, I'll call it finish. It's not 100% finish, but it's way better than it was. So let me show you. Ta-da! Pop, 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 pop. Oh. Let me show you with light. So the front is, well, it's done. I mean, all the rust there was is gone. There's still hole there, I know, but I'm gonna have a plate over this and it's gonna cover it. And for now, I don't care. The back is done as well. It's, well, there's a little, I mean, of course it heated, so not, I think there's something I can do about this, but I don't care. So everything is repaired. There's no rust hole anymore. Well, there's one here, but let's not look at this. And it's not supposed to be a hole there, but let's not look at this. So, I mean, I think I did a better job than the front, but it's not perfect yet, of course, but it's so much better than what I did with a good primer, seam sealer, and everything. It's gonna look good enough. Well, once the floor is on it, I mean, nobody's gonna see it, so yeah. I had to do a little something there because, well, it was rusted. There's a hole there, so that's not a part that I'm really proud. If I just hide this, the rest I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, so I managed to do the bump pretty well. I mean, there's not much, and well, you know, if you look at what I removed, that's the old part. So yeah, it goes like this. I mean, it's better. That's one thing for sure. It's better than it was. So that was my goal, and I achieved it. Next part is gonna be well, this one hole is gonna be simple because I still had one plate I'm just gonna put there. This one I have to do the whole thing, and I think I'm gonna have someone do the cover, the harness cover, I think they call, or whatever, that goes on both sides, because it's 40-inch long, so there's no way I can do it by myself. But this part, you know, from this to there, I'm gonna try to do the whole thing. It's 40, well, probably 42 if I go on the back there. So it's 42-inch long. What I'm gonna do is just the hump, this. I don't think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna go toom, toom, and do the little hop there. So it's gonna be basically this. So I'm gonna skip this one, I think. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so it's been a while. Let's say that it's been a while. I been working on and off on the car with kind of lack of motivation. It's you know, after a while I personally get tired of doing the same thing, rust repair, and well, you know, you don't see the end of it, so you kind of lose motivation, and you know, How can I say this? Working on something, I know Lobot Garage. It's one of my favorite guy. He often says something like, "If you're not having fun, it's not worth doing." I try. I try to think about this every time I struggle with something, because if you don't like what you're doing on a project or whatever, you're just gonna go, you're gonna do stupid shit and just cut corner and end up with something that could have been much better. So I want to avoid this, and that's why I have the car for 3 months and the floor is not done yet. But the good news of all of this is that even if the floor is not completely finished, I still managed to advance a bit. So what I've done is I contact the guy that provided me the metal, and I had him do the top of the rocker. I'm not sure what's the name of this, but yeah, it's not a perfect replica because I knew that it would be kind of hard to do, but I mean, it's gonna work. It's gonna be much better. What, this side is not, it's not the worst, but this one it is. So this one was just gone anyway, so I figured it's much better to just replace the whole thing with something. It's 18 gauge, so it's the same thing they use on the floor. It's pretty solid. I mean, I'm not scared that if I step on it, it's gonna hold. So yeah, that's what is my next project. All right, so as I was cutting the piece to fit in there, which is yeah, it's pretty much where I want it. I've decided I'm gonna cut here, and I'm gonna cut here, and I'm gonna try to make this bend. Yep. So I'm gonna cut here and here and try to make something out of this. I think I could even try to make like the, you know, the part that continue here and sit on this one. So I would cut here, here, and here. This is what I've done. My welds are still very buggery, but well, once clean, it's gonna be fine. What I found really funny, I know there's a repair because I've shown you this earlier, but one thing that I did not know was, oh no, sorry, I'm gonna stop moving the camera. Here, it was repaired with how do you call this? It's plomb in English, in French. Anyway, the stuff they use to make repair, like in the 50s. So when I started welding here, it started bubbling, and this is not weld and it's not metal. It's like the jeez, what is plomb in English? I don't remember. Anyway, so yeah, that was a very, very old repair. So, well, that's fine. And yeah, my spot weld did not manage to go through. It's weird. I think the hole was too small. But anyway, what I ended up doing is, well, welding on the top. It's not pretty by any means, but I mean, there's gonna be a floor above this, so as long as it's kind of holding, it's fine. And it looks, I mean, I was a bit worried that it wouldn't be as tough as original, but it's pretty nice. It's close to perfect, I want to say. Yeah, so what I need now to do is this part. I have the part cut on the bench, and I'm gonna try to make something with this. Yeah, do it in tape, double tape, just to make sure that everything is gonna hold. And I'm gonna remove this tiny part, or leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Alright, so once this is done, you just take it, remove it, and that's roughly the part that I need. Now, I'm gonna use part that I already have. Wait, nope. How? Okay, if I go like this. Okay. So. It goes like this. Well, I mean, if I just cut a little more here, there's a hole there. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I'm gonna just gonna cut a little bit here and straighten this, and yeah. Alright, let me get alright, I'm done. So this is what I managed to do. I buggered a little bit of metal in there just to close the door on the hole. So yeah, I'm done. I mean, it's so hot. I can't think straight. And well, this part is still hot. But I think seriously, it's pretty much as good as the original. Of course, if you forget about the bad welding, but you know, it looks like what it was earlier. I mean, it looks weird to have this part overlapping this one without anything else, but that's how it was. Well, I mean, there was one spot weld, but they all broke, so there's no reason to do another one, or to attempt to do another one. So this is gonna be it for this side. I'm gonna clean this, but I really need to get another tool to do it, because with with whatever I use right now, it's not working. I would need a finger grinder really clean this up well and not damage too much this metal, because what I realize is if I keep on grinding this, I'm grinding this as well, and I don't want to go through this metal because it's still original. And well, I don't think it's original anymore because of the repair around here, but it's original enough to keep like it is right now. So yeah, we'll still have the other side to do, and then it's finished. I'm not touching the floor anymore. Well, maybe except for the little hole there and the little hole there, and I'm gonna keep on finding new place to repair, but I don't want to because I want to start working on something else. Yeah. Alright, so I drilled a hole all the way around. I did it at 2" each. The other side I did at the 4" between each. I'm not sure which one is better. Since I have more new metal on this side, I think it's gonna be easier to weld, but I'm not sure. Now, my issue is, for some reason, I think first, my cutting is very bad in some place, like this huge mistake I did here. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just work it a little bit to close it, because this can go a little bit lower, I think. well, let's face it, the car is kind of like this, and it's yeah, it's never gonna be perfect. So let's try to do something about it. So I think I'm gonna just do a weld or two with those two close. I try closing the door. I'm just gonna show you. I have a pretty good gap, and I don't think that closing it is gonna affect the gap in any way. Well, I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm just gonna do a few weld just to make sure that everything is working. And if it is, then I'm gonna start welding everything like I did on the other side. That's fine. Now, my goal is to clean up this interior, paint it, and seam seal it, and make it look nice. So that's kind of my project. Alright, so I changed my mind again. Instead of using pore 15, which is kind of hard to get and there's not that many color available, what I've decided to do instead is going with Trimclad primer. Trimclad is a Rust-Oleum in Canada, as far as I can tell. So I bought one of these. I bought a little something like this. Cup, refill, and well, farm and implement. I mean, Casey's cut. Oh yeah, Rust-Oleum Canada. So Casey's keep talking about this and how good it is and everything. And since I'm gonna roll it, well, why not try something like this? And between the two, I have also a brush-on seam sealer, which, well, it's a brush-on version. I'm not sure how good or bad it is, but that's what I had. And this one I'm really not sure. It's a seam sealer, polyurethane adhesive. Oh, adhesive. Oh, okay. So that's kind of to glue I don't know. Bare metal. Clear the surface with a VOC compliant cleaner, remove any contaminant. Grind any weld nugget with grit range from cuff the spot weld location. Reclaim the surface and remove any debris. Pierce the seal in the cartridge outlet. Install the nozzle. I'll seal the base with cartridge. Trim the nozzle desired. Sealer. Oh, okay. Okay, so I should use this first because from what I understand, this can be used directly over bare metal. So I think I'm gonna use this to seam seal all the welding that I've done, and I'm gonna use this one over to replace what was already there, I think. Yeah, okay. Do I have something though for this? It's kind of small. I'm not sure that my cheap ass gun. Oh yeah. Wait, is it supposed to work with this? Oh yeah. It's the smallest thing I ever seen, but it's gonna work. So I've never done this, and the fact that it comes with two gloves, it's worrying me. Okay, so I can paint over it after 30 minutes. So if I start now, I should be able to paint everything. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Allow 30 minutes, but I can wait longer if I want. So, seam sealer. I guess it's like, do I need to shake it? Peel back the metal pull tab at the bottom of the tube and remove the moisture absorbing ball. Huh? Okay, so the... Huh? I've never worked with... Oh yeah, okay, that's fun. Okay, so it's a ball to keep moisture out. Weirdest thing I've ever seen. Now I need to open this. I was kind of worried that it was under pressure, so I I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to do that, but it's just a ball. Okay, so it's just it looked like just another seam sealer, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna start with this. And do I need... Yeah, I'm gonna cut the end. I think people usually do like a little V thing, but I've never done this, and I know it's gonna look like crap. I'm probably gonna have to use my finger a lot, so... Okay. This I think I did well. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not perfect again, but it's way better. I feel like I'm starting to understand how it works. Kind of funny because I'm running out, but I understand the glove as well because oh geez. Oh well. I'm gonna have the finger black for days. So, that's it. So it would only be home in 5 days, I think. So I figured I'm gonna use the brush on, but how do you brush something like this? I don't know. I'm gonna try, but I'm sure there's brush for this, but I'm just gonna use the brush that I have and see how it goes. I think it's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fine. I even think it's gonna be easier. It's not gonna be as smooth, but yeah. So we're about 2 hours later, and it's soft, but it's dry. So I'm gonna go with the second part of the painting, which is, let's move that SU, almost dropped it. Primer, red oxide. I decided to go with red oxide because with red after that, I mean, it should not be too bad. And for the color, well, I think it's gonna be a little bit darker, but it's gonna be fine. Anyway, it's supposed to be under well, carpet, so who cares what color it is. Just if it's red, I'm not gonna be forced to use carpet right away. So I'm gonna get started, install you, and let's get ready to paint. Right, so D2. This paint on in this. It looks, yeah, it's dry for the most part. I mean, there's some spot that I put way too much, but it's pretty much dry everywhere. So yeah, that's good.